with steel. Kill all of them, their blood is our seal. Fight to the last of the enemy is dead. Ride through their blood that we badly have shed. Now issue the call. Are you ready to fight?
Hello everyone, welcome back to Ryan Reacts. Today's death battle will be Kratos versus Spawn. Hard to pick between these two, they're very tough. I think I'm going to give the edge to Spawn though. I think he's just a little bit stronger. His accomplishments are a little bit taller. So I think the edge probably goes to him. Let's hit play and see how this goes then, shall we?
This episode of Death Battles brought to you by Jack Threads. Of all the warriors who have entered this arena, none can compete with these two titans.
So far through the series, probably not.
Sparta, who single-handedly
so I think Majin Buu and Kirby. It's weird it is to see those two in comparison to these two. As far as like just looking dark and creepy and freaky.
Kratos is a demigod, raised among the Spartans as their greatest warrior, until one day his people were threatened to be overrun. It was then he struck a deal with Ares, the god.
Yeah, that'll work out well, right?
The strength to protect his people. In return, Kratos would serve as Ares' champion warrior. Kratos became super powerful and really vicious, but was tricked by Ares into killing his own family. But hey, he saved some money on child support and divorce, as the hot, white ashes of his family clung permanently to his skin, just like Michael Jackson. His quest for vengeance
like Michael Jackson
began. As a demigod, Kratos possesses incredible strength, speed, and endurance. He can survive a pummeling from a titan and has the power of Hercules. Kratos wields the Blades of Exile, twin short swords bound to his arms by chains. The blades have a hook design which Kratos can use to cut right through his enemies or snag them and whip them around. And like most badass weapons, they can somehow emit fire.
Yeah, emitting fire is nice, though honestly I prefer acid or cold. Just because as far as physics go, it's a lot harder to justify or explain. Since fire can be explained as energy or latent energy or some weird generic random bullshit. Cold out of nowhere is a lot harder to explain.
Capable of blocking powerful blows and deflecting magical attacks. But there's a whole lot more to this guy's arsenal. Like the
nice.
Apollo, which can shoot a rapid stream of arrows.
Glad he doesn't have the bow of Cupid. The bow of Cupid, that might be a little less powerful.
Out of their victims, though tough opponents like Kratos can resist them. The Nemean Cestus are giant, ultra-strong gauntlets which can stun foes with brutal shockwaves. The boots of Hermes give him superhuman speed, and when battling the infamous Icarus, he ripped those huge wings off the old fool's back and took them for his own, giving him powers of flight. Holy crap, that's a lot of weapons. I like this guy. Kratos is not invincible, but he is very difficult to kill. Hell, he can't even kill himself. In his rage, he tore apart the ranks of Mount Olympus and slaughtered every god upon and below it, except for Aphrodite. For obvious reasons.
Of course.
In doing so, he ultimately brought about the end of the world.
I'm confused. What are those reasons?
Chaos in check, the apocalypse had arrived, and its
why would he not kill Aphrodite?
Trying to make you a great
I can't figure that out.
You succeeded.
Al Simmons was trained to be a deadly.
They're gonna show footage from this crappy movie.
Proved numerous times he was the best of the best. But
I guess this part of it wasn't too bad.
His boss terminated his contract permanently. That's when Simmons met Malbogia, one of the demon lords of hell, who struck a deal with him. He'd get to see his wife again if he became captain of Hell's armies. He agreed and was reborn as a Hellspawn. But as with most demons, it tricked him.
Of course. Or Greek gods, or regular gods, or angels. Let's be honest, you cannot trust anything paranormal.
And can use his own powers to heal and regenerate.
If you're in a comic book, especially.
Feed or draw from the evil ores of others for the same effect. It really saves him on band-aids. He wears a living symbiotic suit named Letha.
Symbiotic parasitic suit.
Letha has ridiculous powers. Basically, anything she or Spawn wants to happen can happen.
What's the name of that suit? The one from Spider-Man. I can't think of it. It's pissing me off.
Cape that can trap enemies and protect Spawn from all sorts of dangers. The suit has a mind of its own and can operate while Spawn focuses on other parts of the battle. It's strong enough to easily smash through brick and fast enough to block
but bullets. I can't remember either of them.
Letha feeds off necroplasm energy when using its powers. The hellish matter which Spawn is entirely composed of. If Letha
so he's basically got a superpowered Venom.
To hell. However, like Spawn, Letha can also feed off the evil and sin of
others. He should spend a week around me, he'd become immensely powerful, living off of my sins.
Turn invisible, alter matter, talk to
of course, I'm not that angry of a person, so I guess that might hinder him a little bit.
And he can control the elements, often using fire and water to defeat swarms of enemies. However, even with all these godlike abilities, Spawn usually resorts to his most primitive weapon. As he was trained in special forces for so long, Spawn is most comfortable using a gun. He's an expert in the use of nearly any firearm imaginable. Only two things can break through Spawn's defenses and hurt him: necro magic and holy weapons forged in heaven. In addition, he can only die if he's beheaded. Spawn's fought and killed all sorts of powerful enemies: assassins, cyborgs,
I'm not sure which weapons
demons, other Hellspawn,
Kratos has, if any of them would count as sacred or holy weapons.
God. Really? God looks like my nana. My demigod? And after being granted unlimited power,
I guess it all depends on your interpretation of them. Some of them like to determine.
Clean and rebuilt in his own image. He then willingly sacrificed his own god power.
So he actually beat God and the devil. Yeah, I think that gives him a little bit of an edge.
Must have been really bored.
Sure, Kratos beat a whole bunch of little gods.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end
but Spawn beat the big, huge, giant, all-powerful
over to you, Boomstick. Thanks, you
Christian one,
devil.
which...
Hey, Wiz, do you like going
come to think of it, if he gets beaten, is he all-powerful? Can he be all-powerful? I don't think so.
It does the dirty work for you, saving you tons of cash. Each day,
so, Spawn proves that God is not omnipotent.
What you'd pay in a store. Brands like Kid Robot,
I'm
the
fine with that.
And American Apparel for way less than you'd find anywhere else. Now, Jackthreads is a private club, but Death Battle's got you a way in. Go to jackthreads.com/battle and you can become a member right away. And yes, it's free to join. Go to jackthreads.com/battle and you'll instantly start saving without having to leave the house.
Alright, go to that place and website or something if you are interested at all in whatever the hell the club is. I'm not quite sure. Something to do with clothing. Fight! Fight! Both have extending weapons. Nice. Oh yeah, power of invisibility is always nice too.
You're pissing me off.
Nice. Come to think of it, if sin and anger and hatred and rage can fuel Spawn, being next to Kratos might actually do him a good benefit.
Die.
Hey, I got one right!
Oh man, here comes the rage from the God of War fanboys. Kratos is a very difficult one to beat, but Spawn's magical prowess and near indestructible body proved too much for him. Yeah, normally that last attack would have meant the end for his opponent, but not Spawn. And while much of Kratos' arsenal were forged by Olympians, Olympus is composed of earthly elements, and is not another plane of existence like heaven. So it stands to reason none of the Olympian weapons.
Fair interpretation.
Except the Blade of Olympus, but it wasn't enough. Plus, Spawn and his suit had plenty of evil energy to feed on during the fight, since Kratos is literally covered
I brought that up.
Well, that was one hell of a fight.
I consider that in my analysis, and they brought it up too, and I like that because it makes me sound almost smart. Though I'm... oh god. Okay, that one's gonna be kind of an interesting one to try and figure out.
Subscribe and leave your suggestion in the comments below.
Well, hope you enjoyed my commentary and reaction. Please like, comment, subscribe. And beyond all that, please have a nice day. Later.